Hello, YouTube. I don't know how many of you have missed these rides through the compound. We're attempting to do it live. I actually picked my son for the weekend, and we decided to go on a little, oh look, quail, or some other kind of birds out there on the, I don't know if you can see them on the road. But I picked up my son and we decided to go for a little adventure. Oh, it looks like some of the others are out there in front of us. I see others. So, hello Gigi, Marie, good to see you on here. We are out at the Palm Bay compound. I don't know if you can hear my wonderful paint job getting scraped. I wonder if I should try to follow the others, but they could turn around and start shooting at us. Maybe I won't follow the others. I don't know if you can see the lights up ahead, but that is the others. We're going to take a turn here. We are currently in the labyrinth, navigating. I came by to check up on some old locations. And to explore a little bit with my son before we head out to get some food, which we're getting ready to do right now. But thought you guys might enjoy seeing the compound here in a live drive-through. It has overgrown quite a bit because it's been raining here. Wow, looks like a flood up ahead. You're going to see watermarks here and tires because the, just wanted to show you what happens out here. I hope I don't kill somebody out here. See the water there? The others drive their ATVs and actually go through, there's like little side roads all along, dirt roads that are muddy roads. So when it rains and stuff, which for most people don't like it, but the RV, not the RVers, the mudders, the others, they come out here with their ATVs and they actually cruise this whole place. Off-road too. This is on-road. These are actual street roads that you can find on GPS. But the others have created dirt roads that go off through the woods. And some of it's like underwater. If you want to know more about this, try to find the episodes with Georgie Flores. He's like an expert on the compound, and he says he's kind enough to offer tours and stuff. So get in touch with George Flores. Okay, Georgie is one of the others. Looks like a camp that was dumped here, or a canopy or something. But for those of you who don't know what the compound is, I think back in the 1980s or so, there was a big housing boom, and they were building houses everywhere. They were developing houses, and in this section of Palm Bay, they were going to put up houses here, and they made over 200 miles of roadway, 200 miles of streets in this area. And they cleared the land and everything, but then they ran out of money. So the place kind of overgrew. But not only that, there's some serious problems with this area. It floods. You know, it's like a big swamp, but most of Florida is a swamp. So we're now leaving the labyrinth and kind of heading out of the labyrinth. You literally have 200 miles of roadway that look like this. And, you know, if you're not familiar with this area, it's really easy to get lost out here, which you don't want to do. The locals will laugh at you because these roads are just like regular street roads. Once you get used to them, you know what they are, and they even have names. And if you bring a Google map, you know, Google the GPS, you can actually see yourself driving where you are and stuff and get your way out of here. Okay, because these are real roads that have marked on GPS. But the locals can drive around here and find their way out. Georgie says that, you know, he claims, and I do believe him, that you could drop him off anywhere in the compound and he will find his way back within a few minutes, because he says he knows every inch of it. Me, I'm not that good. I only know certain areas of it, specifically the areas that hosted the camps, you know, the various camps that were put here where the zombies attacked me and everything else. I know some of the roads. So if I was put out here in the middle of nowhere, I would eventually find my way out, but probably not as efficiently or as fast as Georgie. So, like, if you just drop me off on this road right now, I have no clue where I am. But I do know that this road will eventually connect with other roads, and if I can get to a certain area, here are the others. You can see what the others look like. Hopefully they won't pull out their shotguns and blast me and my son. Looks like they are waving for us to pass. You can see their wheels. Look at their tires. Those are mudding tires. Because coming through an area like this, they basically have to be prepared for the zombie apocalypse. We are not totally unarmed here, my son and I. We actually have machete and axes, and some of you might think this would be overkill coming out here, but really, this is no man's land. You are on your own out here. Just ignore that flag, that city flag sitting right there up in the distance. Or any cars driving by that say like Palm Bay Police or anything like that. No, honestly, this is still considered part of Palm Bay, the city. So the city patrols it. Palm Bay Police, if you dial 911 or whatever, Palm Bay Police will respond. And you can see more of the others. Obviously, these other vehicles are better equipped for off-roading and mudding than I am. But here's the thing. I don't think they can cook in their vehicles. Blue might actually be better geared for survival than them. It's just when you hit those roads with the mud, Janice wants to know, this is a slab city of Florida. Kind of, but not really. You can't really live out here. The land here is actually owned by different people. People buy this land. A lot of people buy it either for recreational use or originally, it was plots of land for building houses, but that kind of went away. So the land went really cheap, and people were buying it as investments. A lot of it's bought by investors thinking that they would build here one day, but it's been like 40, 50 years. And they're not building because this area floods really bad when it rains, and it rains a lot in Florida. So you don't see any houses and stuff here or any permanent camps because it is patrolled by the police. It belongs under the jurisdiction of Palm Bay City. So this is just a housing development in Palm Bay that didn't get developed. It got partially developed. All the roads were put in, but the houses never got built. Although you could see some foundations and stuff were at one time laid out. What we're coming by is where all the others kind of congregate. This is the camp of the others. You can see they have SUVs, they have the RVs, the four-wheelers, and people come here and use it as if it was like a public recreational campground, even though it really isn't. We're actually on private land owned by various people, but I guess they're not enforcing it. So over the years, this area has become kind of a little getaway, for people. It's used by locals as well as non-locals. People come here to go off-roading, to go mudding, and some people come here. If you've been watching the old episodes, you know about my run-ins with the Skymen. I think Dean, was it James Dean or George Dean or John Dean? I don't know. One of the guys here was a Skyman that we actually interviewed. So if you want to know more about the Skymen, if I can dig up those old episodes, you can find, I don't know if it's James Dean or John, I can't remember his name, but I know it's Dean, something Dean. He's one of the Skymen, and he can tell you more about what the Skymen and stuff do. But these are the off-roaders and the four-wheel drivers and stuff. Some people come out here with dirt bikes, and they do stunts and stuff, and they die out here. People literally die out here because they do stupid stuff, Visibility here is kind of limited. Like here's a cyclist coming through, but they will sometimes come here and do wheelies, okay, on these strips, these open strips, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But then you got one person going wheelie one way, and another person doing wheelies going the opposite direction, and then they collide, and then somebody dies. Or sometimes people go into their ATVs and they go off one of those side roads that I told you about. Those literally go through to the creeks and the runoff and the hills and stuff, and they'll tumble, and then they die. And sometimes the young kids, they come in here and they do drifting and racing out here. That's why sometimes you'll see skid marks and you'll see burn marks. Those burn marks are cars that blew up out here. People literally crash their cars and it catch on fire. So these are just some of the others. Looks like a dad and his son out here, just like me and my son, except they have a nice little golf cart. Can't really go off-road with that, but they could go in a little tighter spaces than I can with the van. But, you know, the van, I drive it through the, I don't know if you heard the trees and stuff scraping. This is the open area, which is where the others, the flying men come out, and they set up their flying vehicles, and then they fly around. You can see somebody's bringing in a little cart here. I don't know if that's a camper or if it's just carrying their goods. But you got people that come out here, and then they also do RC-controlled helicopters and airplanes. So the RC people are out here. It's basically used on the weekends by the community as well as Floridians who know of this area. Or sometimes people pass through and they come to check it out. Now, we went through the labyrinth. This is the open field area. There is a second labyrinth coming up ahead, but I don't want to go in that one because it's a dead end. But just wanted to show a little bit of the compound for those of you who have not seen it. You can look up the compound in Palm Bay, P-A-L-M space B-A-Y, Florida. That's where we're at right now, the compound. It's not really no man's land, even though when you're out there it seems like it. And it is indeed over 200 miles of roadway, so you can get lost if you go really deep in the back. Maybe I'll take you on the other side real quick, but I know my son's really hungry with Chinese food, so we'll take a little trip, but not too long. I just wanted to show you the main road, so if you're looking for it, I'm going to show you how to get in. To our left and the right is some more labyrinths. You guys might have seen me with the motorcycle that somebody dumped out here. People do all sorts of bad stuff out here. They do. They do bad stuff out here. They do also do recreational stuff. Some people go fishing. They fish in the canals. And like I said, the flying men fly around. But the police, the Palm Bay police, also have a flying men division. There's actually cops that serve as flying men, and they fly around looking for stuff. Possibly drug growers and stuff out here. So, potentially dangerous. People come out here with guns and shoot and everything. The road we're going on is called J.A. Bombardier. Somebody says the French actually pronounce it like Bombay Deer or Bombardier. I don't know. So if you're French, you probably know how it's pronounced. But it's J.A. Bombardier. It's the main road. There's only two ways in and out of the compound. J.A. Bombardier and another road. I don't know the name of that road on the other side. But those are the only ways in and out that I'm aware of. Well, if you're driving an ATV, you could cut through little side roads. What happened was there were more roads, but they blocked them off. You know, they put piles of dirt, or they put metal grills to block the way, you know, fencing, so you can't go. But J.A. Bombardier is the main road that takes you in to the, I'm going to guess the west side of, wow, they are building here. Just wanted to show you here, it's all been removed and leveled. So some new buildings are going to be coming up here. For a while, if you've been following this area at all with me, you'll remember there were some sand dunes where the people rode their dirt bikes. Remember all those giant sand dunes? This is it. They removed all the sand dunes and they flattened it. So they're going to be doing some building, some construction here, or they removed the sand dunes because somebody got hurt or killed. Because people come out here and, like I said, they literally get killed out of here. They die. There was a fire out here. I don't know if you can see the burnt bushes and stuff. But this used to be the area that had the dunes, but it's gone now. And I think I might try to take this side road and see where it goes. Oh, we can follow. Now, this is going to go deeper. So we're going to go all the way to the end here. It says, no shooting. I don't need to sign on there. No shooting. It's because people literally come out here with guns, real guns, with real bullets, and they shoot. By the way, my son says they actually shot the sign that says shooting. So people come out here and shoot guns while there are other people walking around and driving around like me right now. So when you come out here, you run the risk of getting shot with a gun. Yeah, for real. Typically what happens is if I hear gunshots where I am, I turn around and get the heck out of Dodge, because literally you're in Dodge, they are shooting. What they do is it looks like somebody's harvesting the trees here. See the palm trees are being harvested. So they come in and they harvest this. Some people harvest it illegally. I did talk to one of the harvesters who has legal permission. He set up a little camp with an RV back there and has a generator and was camped out there and actually harvest the land. So I see Faith Walker says gun people know where the bullets are landing. Typically what they do here, they come and they go to a dead end or the riverbank and they shoot towards the riverbank and the dirt, you know, the piles of dirt mounds, so that if they miss, it hits the dirt and, you know, that stops the bullet. But occasionally you get people who don't know, or they're idiots, and they will come and they will go to a lot of these roads are like cul-de-sacs. So they'll go into the cul-de-sac and go to the end of the cul-de-sac, and then what happens when they reach the end, they set up a pile of wood and stuff, and they set up targets and they start shooting at the targets. The problem with that is this: when they miss those targets at the cul-de-sac, remember this used to be a housing development. That means on the other side of the cul-de-sac is either another cul-de-sac or a road. And people drive on those or walk around exploring, or if you're like me and my son, sometimes we go outside and we literally trailblaze through all this stuff. You know, we go through, we make trails, we explore, we follow paths, we find dead bodies. You know, we do all that stuff. So anyhow, basically, they set up, like here is a dead end. Okay, I think this might be the end of J.A. Bombardier, and then maybe I'll take you guys out just to go look and see what it looks like. But you can see, you're gonna see also the bullet shells and stuff. I've been here a couple times, so a lot of you who have been with me, you've seen it before. But some people are new. We got some new viewers, new subscribers, and those old videos are kind of lost. So it looks like they put a do not enter caution sign. They blocked it. Police may have come out here, or the people are blocking it, or the owner. I saw a sign on the ground that said no shooting. So evidently a lot of no shooting signs, so maybe the police are enforcing it. Maybe somebody got shot out here. But the people come out here and they shoot instead of going to a range. Here on the ground you can see is a whole bunch of shotgun shells, so, and regular bullets. So you can see the bullets right there, the casing. You can see shotguns, all sorts of bullets here. 9mm, 223. So all sorts of bullets. Somebody was telling me you can collect those and make trinkets and stuff out of them, and people buy them on Etsy or eBay. So, you know, all sorts of spent shells, literally hundreds of them. But we've come out here and we found like broken laptops. People bring their laptops and they shoot them. I don't know, people shoot TVs, they shoot love seats. I don't know if you guys remember when I had was living out here. I was literally living out here. This would be furniture, free furniture. Although this one looks like it has dog poo or something on it, I wouldn't grab it. But sometimes you find them in like really good shape. So this would be furniture. If not furniture, you rip this apart. Inside are wooden beams, and you can use that to build. So this is kind of how I got building materials. You know, you can find wood and beams and stuff, but you can see the bullets came through here, and that's what all those little holes are. People have blasted this. There is it says danger. They don't want people going there. Warning, the area zone is residential property. Shooting firearms in this area is illegal. And they shut the signs, obviously, because people who come shooting at places like this, they obviously kind of could care less about the law. But the reason they had this danger sign is I'm willing to bet somebody got shot and killed back here or hurt. But the people will come and they shoot. Let's come on in. So we're leaving the road portion and going on the dirt portion, which they've come on over. Oops, I don't want to show my son there, but we're literally walking on the dirt road to go further back. It used to be able to drive all the way back here, but they blocked it off because I guess they're trying to. The police have been enforcing this area more, because more rich people are moving in to the surrounding areas. So that, you know, more houses are being developed outside of the compound. So I think they're trying to get rid of the, look at this. If I was building, you know what this is? Freaking A, man. This is literally hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of windows. So if I was actively building a house or a hut or something out here, I could get real windows. These windows are like a couple $100 each, and these are intact. I see one broken one, two broken ones, but the rest are intact. This is usable windows. You could make, this is like, you could build houses with this stuff. And there's some grills and some other stuff. So all sorts of building materials out here. People literally dump them. They don't take it to the city dump. They come out here and they dump it, which to me is bad. But if I was building a house and trying to build it cheap or for free, I know where I could go get free building materials. And you know, a lot of people look at it and see it as trash, but I'm like, those are windows that cost a couple $100 each. If you went to Home Depot, all you would have to do is frame it out, and those are windows. They're perfectly functional. They're fine. Maybe they don't look that good, but there's a whole bunch of them, so there's a match set. So you could make a house or something and have it matched. So here's another shooting. You know, Todd was Faith Walker. Todd was saying people generally know where the bullets go because they typically shoot it into a mound. But let's see, like right beyond this mound right here, there's a road back there. It's a county access road with county employees that drive their trucks. Hopefully no nails coming through here to poke through my shoes. But literally there is a road back there, county access road on the other side of the canal. And it says a public area. It says public area, no shooting. So they're putting all the signs up to stop people from shooting. Those signs are new. They used to not be here. I don't know if you can see that blue and white sign back there. But they're literally telling people not to shoot, which means they're enforcing it. The police are out here enforcing it now. But people used to come out here shooting all the time. That's why you see all these bullets. We even came here and saw people made dummies and stuff for shooting that look like humans. You know, so they are enforcing the no shooting. And it's probably because the area is becoming more developed. Nearby are really nice houses being put up. And nice people generally don't put up with people just shooting guns at random in the next neighborhood over. Even though there's no houses there. So, I don't know if that's bone. Not bone, just plastic. But sometimes we find bones back here. And, you know, I sometimes wonder if it's like human. If it is human, you generally probably want to report it. Somebody might have used it as a body dump, you know, because this area is kind of isolated enough that somebody might dump bodies out here. But so far in my time here, the only bodies we found were some dummies. And it looked like carcass for a time when we were out at the Yurt 1.0. We did see bones that we thought were human. But it turned out it most likely belonged to a pig, a giant pig. You know, because I can smell something's dead here. Do you smell it, Nick? Something is what here? Dead. There's some kind of dead body here. It's the stench of death. I'm not going to go look for what it is. I don't really think it's human. It's more than likely an alligator or wild boar. But definitely something is dead right here. I can smell it. If you've ever been around dead bodies, then you know what I'm talking about. It's the smell. There's a very distinct smell.
Someone wrote smile, you're on camera.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, someone wrote smile, you're on camera. Could be the...
Point into the camera.
Well, there might be cameras mounted out here. You can see the area was on fire for a while. Some of the owners here will actually set up cameras and stuff, you know, the field... Or it could be was it police?
I said Palm Bay Police Department.
Yeah, so it says the police filming out here now. So they're trying to enforce it more. Like I said, the area is growing. There are rich houses popping up, and rich people typically don't put up with stuff like this. So the shooting may stop. All the craziness here, the compound. The compound is kind of known for being like no man's land, but it isn't really out in the middle of nowhere. It's actually almost in the middle of the city. It's originally in the middle of nowhere, but as the city grew and built up, you know, it's surrounded by the city. So what used to be out in the middle of nowhere is no longer in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of the city. So that was the end of Bombardier, J.A. Bombardier, but there's like literally hundreds of these roads. If you want to know more about the Palm Bay compound, just go ahead and Google Palm Bay compound, Florida, or the compound. They just call it the compound. Everyone knows it as the compound. And if you wanted some more episodes, I don't know if I've unpublished them yet, but I'll be looking for them to publish again. I had a whole series where I was living out in the compound, and while I was out here, a helicopter crashed. Some people died. Some kids' car blew up or something. It caught on fire while they were here, and I was out here. And George and them was here when the kids, one of the kids actually died on that day. It was like a little 12 or 13-year-old kid, because he was doing a motorcycle ride, doing stunts, and he crashed with another guy. The other guy lost his foot. I don't know if he died or not. They put him into a coma. I don't know whatever came of the story. My sister's daughter's mother. My sister had daughters, I guess, who had a different mother but the same father. Okay, so her sisters, her daughters. I don't remember. Her daughter's mother. No, same father. Yeah, same father but different mother. So her daughter, which meant they had the same daddy, but I'm trying to figure this out. They had the same dad. Yeah, it was I can't remember the sequence. Long story short, it's like a half kid basically, half her kid, but the different dad or whatever with a different mom. That mom died out here. There was an episode where I was out here and I saw the grave. I don't think we're gonna go look at all the graves. There's lots of graves out here, or not so much graves as mementos. People put build shrines and stuff out here for the dead. So there's some episodes where I show all those graves and stuff like that, where people died literally. Most of them were kids, teenagers and stuff, like in shooting accidents, boating accidents, mostly car crashes, ATV crashes. That's why you're seeing all the police signs and stuff, because too many people are dying out here. It's also in one of the earlier episodes where you see me, when I first saw this place, I thought, hey, I could hide out here. And it turns out you can kind of hide out here, but it's not as isolated as you think. I came out here and I kid you not, the police were on me like so fast. The ranger and the police showed up while I was cooking breakfast. And, I had to talk with them and explain to them my situation. And they didn't outright tell me I couldn't stay here. They said legally I'm not allowed to. I'm trespassing. But they also told me there's about 4 or 5 others out here who live out here full time. At least that was a couple of years ago. So, and they knew my situation. So, and then they pretty much told me if I needed help to call the police and they would come. So officially, you're not allowed to live here or even camp here, but unofficially, people have camped out here. If you follow Renegade Rambling Van, he was out here when he was testing his vehicle. He came out here and he camped out here for several nights. Some people come through and camp on the weekends. Other people do live out here. I've seen some camps where I know people live out there, but I don't really show them. I kind of don't film those out of respect for privacy, even though, they're probably trespassing. But hey, that's between them and the police and the landowner. Anyhow, we're back in Palm Bay. You can see the road comes right back out, and it goes by, and the houses are right here, right next to all that place that looked like we were in the middle of nowhere, where you could expect to find a dead body. So it's kind of weird. It's like the houses stop here. They were going to extend it and go out and have that whole other development, but it didn't occur. And then just right down this road on this corner here is Palm Bay High School. Not Palm Bay, but what was the high school? Bayside High School. Used to be the newest school here, but not anymore. They have like Heritage Park now, Heritage High School. But this is Bayside High School, which used to be one of the newest high schools in the area. So kids are nearby here. Kids go out there. I had an episode where viewers made some money for me. I was out in the compound and you know, people use it for a dumping spot. And I found like a bunch of dumped car rims. And I found some Corvette rims. Yeah, 80s Corvette rims. Found 4 of them. No, not 4, 2 of them. The 2? Yeah, 2 of them. 2 Corvette rims that I found. And I took them, you know, because I thought that they could be useful for something. And one of the viewers suggested they might be worth money. Actually, and I looked them up, they were worth quite a bit of money. But newer and in better shape. You know, mine, they were in good shape, but they weren't shiny or new or anything. But I decided to post them up for sale on Craigslist, and I kid you not, a teenage kid, you know, well, 19, 20 years old, contacted me to buy it, and I sold it to him for $50. So I made $50 off the 2 rims that I found, you know, for free. And I asked him what he was going to do with them, and he said he was going to put them on his car and go drifting and racing in the compound. So that was kind of funny for me, because it's like, you know, I picked up the rims. I didn't tell him that, but I picked the rims for free at the compound because someone threw them away over there in a pile of stuff that they were throwing away. They were dumping them, tires and rims. And I picked them up for free and sold them to the kid, and the kid's going to put it on his car and go there and race in the compound. So now I'm going to go ahead and sign out. We are back in the city. My son and I are going to go out and munch on some food. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, picked up something interesting that you learned. If not, it's okay. This is not an educational channel. But if you haven't already done so, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't be afraid to explore. Just make sure you pack a gun or a knife or whatever if you decide to go to a place like the compound. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now.